Last autumn, I had one of the most exciting experiences in my career because the Army Benevolent Fund asked me not only to host but also perform in Music on Fire at the Royal Military Academy in Sandhurst. Not only is it the UK's most spectacular outdoor event, but it's also the most breathtaking. More than 15,000 people attended the 3 nights of Music on Fire, picnicking on the lawns and being entertained by the band of the Royal Logistics Corps before the spectacular performance got underway. And more than 1,000 other guests joined show business stars and VIPs from the military, industry and commerce in the black tie royal box and enclosure, with representatives of the royal family, including the Earl and Countess of Wessex and the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. This was a massive undertaking, and no other outdoor entertainment event in the UK matches its complexity. Music on Fire was 18 months in the planning. More than 150 specialist technicians and riggers were involved to create and produce unique combinations of literally thousands of different fireworks, many of which have never been tried in the UK before. The whole event was created and masterminded by Major Sir Michael Parker. Sir Michael was also responsible for the spectacular celebrations for the Queen's Golden Jubilee. As sunset approached, there was an incredibly festive atmosphere and a huge buzz of excitement about the performance due to start. An epic project like this deserves an epic theme, which is exactly what Michael Parker came up with as Music on Fire this year took the audience on a journey from the creation of the world to Armageddon.
And darkness was upon the face of the deep.
All proceeds from Music on Fire go to the Army Benevolent Fund, the charity which makes such a remarkable contribution to the welfare of soldiers, former soldiers and their families in times of need. And such is the respect for the Army Benevolent Fund and what it does, that supporters of this event included some of the most popular artists in the country. For example, the guest narrators, Dame Judi Dench, Robert Hardy, Sir Donald Sinden, Honor Blackman and Kate Adie. Music on Fire made sure there was something for everyone, whatever their musical tastes. It was a magical blend of classical and popular music performed by a brilliant 124-piece orchestra. The musicians came from 4 different regiments. There was also the fantastic 100-strong Windsor and Eton Choral Society. But there was even more. Local chorister Adam Bentham treated the audience to a beautiful version of Panis Angelicus. And guest stars included the outstanding Canadian concert pianist Shelley Katz. And of course there was the wonderful and legendary Patti Boulay. I too had the enormous privilege of playing. Almost impossible to describe how exciting it was to be doing so with such a large orchestra of hugely accomplished musicians on such a special and unique occasion, and for an organisation which does such an important job.
In 1944, when the army was fighting a campaign in Normandy, great men decided that there should be a charity for soldiers. They predicted that the state would be unable to cope with the many needs of millions of soldiers who would leave the army after the war was ended. And how right they were, because that charity is now called the Army Benevolent Fund, and it dispenses £4.5 million per year to soldiers, former soldiers and their families who find themselves in need. Now that need comes in many forms. It could be infirmity, it could be homelessness, or mental health. We find that charity is much in need today, not so much because of Iraq and Afghanistan, but more because we find local authorities are failing to fulfill their responsibilities. And of course, on the bright side, we're all living a lot longer.
If ever there was a night to remember, this was it. A magical saint-et-lumière with the backdrop of the wonderful Georgian frontage of the old college building at Sandhurst, a breathtaking nighttime drop by the Red Devils, and a state-of-the-art firework display on a truly epic scale, including the fire dance system, consisting of 24 jets of fire shooting 8 meters into the air and synchronized to the music with millisecond accuracy. In Music on Fire, the music and fireworks combine with perfect coordination to provide a truly extraordinary entertainment experience. It was a great privilege to be part of Music on Fire 2006, one I promise I will never forget. So if you would like to be part of this incredible charity, as well as such a high-profile event, then please do. And hopefully I'll see you at Music on Fire 2008.